30% of your ad spend will be wasted on IVT.
Yes, true.
That itself is something like $65 billion annually around the globe. So that's a huge market.
How you perceive like ad fraud would be, but it turned out to be something else. Like, was there any instance like this where you were also like?
No, initially we thought ad fraud is very straightforward.
Okay.
Means there will be a lot of data center and people will install softwares, they simulate browser, they click, and that's how the ad fraud happens. It's pretty straightforward, we can catch it. But that was not true. And if you see the programmatic ad world, it's very sophisticated, and the frauds which happens there is highly sophisticated.
Okay.
So just give you an example, we have one client, and he was getting fined by the advertiser that he was sending IVT. So we not pay you this for this particular visit. We don't pay you next visits. And he came to us and asked for the solution. We told, okay, let us try it out. We put our solution, and we were able to filter out certain amount of users, but still the fines didn't stop. And for us, we were like, okay, what is next? Whatever the limited knowledge we had, whatever limited traps we had, we were able to do that much. Then it is something else. So then what we did was like, we came with something called ghost links. Ghost links.
Okay.
So essentially those links are not visible to humans,
Okay.
but bots can see. So we implemented that.
Bots can see.
Bot can see.
Okay.
So when you visit a page,
Yeah.
as a human you cannot see the links.
But bots can.
But bots can
see
if they
that.
can, they can see, and they can visit the page, visit that ghost links and all.
Okay.
So we dropped these ghost links in one of this page. So through that we were able to filter out 40% of
if the bot is like clicking on that ghost link, it's a bot. Oh wow.
So this is the sophistication they go, because if you, for a normal human being, if you take a Google Analytics, or if you take any reporting, everything will be perfect. He is a proper user having IP with a proper user agent from a proper domain.
Like
everything is fine. And you will spend some 3-4 minutes on the page. You will do that, this, and I will click here and there. Everything is fine. But if you see the conversion, nothing. He is not buying anything, or he is not filling any form. So this kind of the conversion. But ultimately, advertisers expect them to, when they're spending on all this digital media, conversion is either somebody has to come buy something, or fill up a form and show your interest, subscribe, or nothing was happening like that. So that's one of the examples. That's what we thought. We thought it was pretty straightforward. It was not.
Okay.
Then the more deeper we dig into that, there was so much sophisticated fraud that was happening. As whatever the approach we had till then, that like it's very easy to catch fraud under. That was not the case. So then we started building a lot of pattern-based traps, which is based on the behavioral data. How you move around, how you do this, and how you are loading this. That's when the product started getting a proper shape. So we started with some 20 traps. Today we are close to 140 traps, 140 plus. So the transition from 20 to 140 traps, it didn't happen just one day.
Yeah.
It took almost 3 to 4 years for us to reach from that point to this point, and you can just imagine the kind of effort that has gone in our research and in our way of detecting this fraud.
While building this, you were the only one in the tech team, or like?
No, actually we were a couple of them.
Okay.
Means with me, Dipankar was also is a hands-on. He's a tech person.
Okay.
So most of I used to take care of the backend.
Okay.
This is how we developed this. So I used to take care of backend. Dipankar used to take care of frontend. We are the only two. Initially, we built this like this.
Okay.
Like ClearTrust initially was built like this.
Okay. The first hiring happened for the company. Like when the product is ready, you got to know a basic idea.
No, we are a couple of guys from OfferGrid. Means your previous one, and they used to take care of the product.
Okay. While building this, like ClearTrust, your goal was again the same, like building for the globally scalable product.
Yes. When we started ClearTrust, that was clear that it has to be built for the global requirement. It is not that we were very ambitious at that time only. the market was global. Means it is not just we are not restricting it to like only India or only US. It's not like that. We wanted it to just just go whoever has a problem, IVT problem, just go and deploy there, grow globally. That was the whole idea.
So just curious to know, like you just wanted to know about your VC rounds. Like you raised one in 2012, then you raised an angel in between.
Offer Grid, we raised angel funding. That was in 2012. That was the first funding when we started. Based on the PPT. So after that, we didn't raise any fund till 2020. Our idea was to build a product which can be globally scalable. So then it was me and Deepakar. So from 2010 to till today, 14 years, we came up with almost 3 ventures. ClearTrust is our 3rd venture.
Okay.
And all the 3 ventures have performed very well. Means all of them were well recognized and they were awarded. We were trying to figure out which segment needs more attention in terms of moving things to online, right? With we did a lot of experiment with a lot of media houses. You name it, and we have worked with them. That's where we got the understanding of the entire ad ecosystem.
Okay.
We got hold of the entire how it's working. By 2020, we were pretty sure this IVT is a menace which has to be eliminated.
It's a big thing.
Yes. But it's not easy to be an entrepreneur, especially the decision to make leaving a job full time and getting out on your own with no funding, no backup, no idea in mind. Like we just know we have to build something. The only place where we figured out we can get an immediate revenue was this digital marketing. Okay. That was still new at that time. This what was happening was like because of the boom in the social media. People were started generating a lot of traffic and consuming a lot of digital content.
Yes.
So obviously, the players like Google AdWords, Facebook Ads, Twitter, they were started onboarding all these people. So that's when we thought this is the right time. If we can get hold of the entire entire implementation of this, we can onboard a couple of customers. That's why we started this.
Okay.
So the second venture was Offer Grid. I discount 2013, 2014, I can say. 2014 to till Corona. It generated enormous revenue for us.
Okay.
So we were able to do our whatever we like to do, like research more on that, innovate, and all the things we did in this 6 years time. So we work with all big media.
And digitalization in India also happened in 2017 when Jio.
Yeah, during that time. But in my opinion, when IPL started.
Okay.
So that's when we saw the money. Means when people started developing apps. Like Hotstar, whatever you see today, right? Those are the time when they wanted to capture that app market.
Oh.
So all the media houses they came up with their own apps. Yeah. They want people to download, consume more digital data. So that's when this advertising started.
Okay.
So that's where we came in. So we were properly placed for everything.
Right.
So then what happened was like prior to that we were telecom guys. We didn't have much insights into all this, but we spent so much of time in understanding the whole ecosystem, and we had a first-hand experience. So in the whole process, we realized that there is something missing in the entire flow. So the outcome of this entire experiment or our experience with this one is like a lot of money is wasted on IVT. For example, if somebody is buying traffic from a particular channel, his assumption is like he is getting 100% human traffic.
Yes.
So, but when we ourselves have measured, so ultimately we figured out not 100% human.
Yeah.
Somewhat this bots used to sneak in.
Yeah.
They used to get accounted as human only. So they used to get paid for that. So this was becoming a meanness towards the end. Means like towards the end it has become like okay, you guys are giving us 1 million visits, but in that so many are not converting for us. 30% of your ad spend will be wasted on IVT.
Yes, true.
That itself is something like $65 billion annually around the globe. So that's a huge market.
Yes.
And because we came to know by 2018-19 only we came to know. This is a menace, it has to be addressed. So what we used to do, we used to observe and see, okay, this traffic is invalid.
Yeah.
We know the reason also why it's invalid, because the IP is we used to have some pointers which used to give us indication
Like something
that something is fishy. Then what we did was we used to filter out those by ourselves. We had a small tool.
Before sending them.
Before sending to them. Our idea was to build a product which can be globally scalable.
Yeah.
That was the whole idea how we started. So we are not thinking small at that time. We were always thinking big.
Okay.
We want to make it really a product which somewhere it comes in top 10 globally.
In the second offer grade, were you planning to raise any other amount of VC funding?
Again, it was bootstrapped only, I can say. Then it was angel funding. After that, we tried to raise some more funds and all, but somewhat we were not able to crack it. Though we had a revenue, but somewhat we were not able to crack it.
Market change.
Most probably what we felt was like, see, the market was very limited.
For this niche.
We are very much focused on Indian market.
Okay.
And we have a heavy dependency on these media houses spending money on for this digital campaigns. So the lot of if and else conditions. If they don't give, we don't have revenue. For example, the same thing happened. Corona, everybody stopped. Then we are zero.
Yeah.
We crossed almost $1 million in revenue, but suddenly it became zero. But luckily we had this. Yeah. But initially we still named as offer grade only. So what we did is we told, okay, we have offer grade services, offer grade product.
Okay.
That's when we started marketing and we started selling to our customers. The first customers who helped us in validating is for whom they were already onboarded as we used to manage their campaigns.
Yeah.
So we just approached them only. Couple of them agreed. So we were, and they liked it, and they started paying for it.
Okay.
So when we stopped our second venture, we were ready with our third. We did a pivot. We told, let us stop all this digital marketing business.
Okay.
Let's focus only on this tool. That's how the ClearTrust started.
When you started in 2013, you were saying like it was booming market and it was small. So why did you focus on only India?
Actually, you don't believe our first customer was from Singapore for offer grade, and we did expand in Southeast Asia and all. We had customers from Singapore, we had a customer from Malaysia, and we had a customer from Spain. We are from everywhere, but majority of the revenue we used to get it from Indian market.
Yeah.
So, and moreover, in what used to happen in this Singapore and means outside in the market was the problem of traveling, again meeting them. So there was no person identified as such because of our budget concern. We were not able to hire a guy. So for that we were trying to raise funds and all. So but by the time we realized what to do next, this Corona came. So we decided to build a product which is SaaS based. So now if you see ClearTrust, I hardly look into the system with how it's performing and all. In background it's working as we're talking also. It is processing 1 billion requests in the backend. No issues as such. Actually, what happened was our early adopters were from outside. They're not from India. So they were very big media houses. So they helped us in a really big way. Means they gave a lot of insights. And that was something which was new to us at that time. Because of whatever the understanding we have today, it was not there back then.
Yeah.
But these are the people who really helped us. And we started attending to the conferences and all. We used to meet a lot of people at the time. They gave a lot of insights, how the entire thing works and how big the market is and all. So through networking only, we were able to generate substantial revenue initially.
Okay.
It's not that we are just pushing it out. They liked the service because they wanted the tool like...
It was solving a problem for them.
Yes, because there are already tools available in the market which were benchmarked against their own definitions of IVT.
Okay.
So we were competing with them. Okay, so as such IVT, other than there are a couple of I can say standards.
Okay.
Like we have got MRC standards. So they have their own way of defining what IVT is. So these people are already implemented, and we were not aware of all that at that time when we were building. But slowly these people started us educating on those. Then we should have tax certification. We had this, so you comply your validation against this body, so governing body. So that's how it started. Our early adopters are all from outside India. That's when we figured out it's better explore market outside. Yeah.
Kind of
So make local, sell global. So
That's the thing. Correct.
so that's how we started,
Yeah.
and it worked pretty well for us.